Let's rock and roll.
Cringe?
Whoa, 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 Izzy. Now, I know Javi's line was corny, but it fits with Power Rangers. That is a classic Power Rangers line. Now, if you talking about that, I bet not hear one corny line coming from you, ma'am.
Okay, Boomer.
Izzy, girl, keep your mouth shut when you talking about cringy lines, girl. What? Oh my goodness. And I bet this joke is the only reason why the bad guy's name is Boom Tower. Oh my goodness. Sup, you guys? ASD Classified here, and today I'm going to be talking about episode 5 of Power Rangers Dino Fury, Winning Attitude, as well as episode 6, Superstition Strikes. But first, let's get into episode 5. So, in episode 5, there were too many plots going on and not enough focus on any of them. Oh, Solon believes she knows the area that the Green and Black Ranger Zords are located in, and she even thinks she can make a device to find them. No such device is made in this episode, nor is there a scene where Solon is working on this device, and the Rangers are not actively looking for their Zords. Joy. Izzy is competing in a cross-country race, and she even has a Mean Girl rival. But Mean Girl rival is barely in the episode, and she literally only has 3 lines. Some rivalry. Izzy has to learn a lesson of the day that there are more important things in life than winning, such as helping people. But the episode doesn't showcase any scenes where Izzy is so competitive that she even needs to learn this lesson. I mean, for the most part, Izzy just seems like a normal person that wants to do her best to win. It's not like she's acting crazy like Ronnie was in that one Operation Overdrive episode where she was getting on everybody's nerves because she just had to win everything. Izzy isn't really acting like that. She just seems like a normal athlete, so I don't really get why she needs to learn this lesson, but okay, cool. Izzy's cousin Lily is here to help her train for the race. Scenes with cousin Lily are the best parts of the episode. I really liked cousin Lily. Lily is the first character on Power Rangers to have an intellectual disability, and I'm glad that they included a character like this. You know, points for inclusion. And I like that all the other characters treated her the same way that they would treat any other character. Love that Izzy got mad at her cousin for being late to a training session, initially believing that she was goofing off at the mall instead of keeping her word like she promised. I love it. You tell somebody you're gonna do something, you better fucking do it. Izzy didn't hold back her anger because Lily has a disability either. Again, treating her like she would treat anybody else. I love it. I love it. And I can understand why Izzy was upset too. Even though my girl was going a little overboard. She was doing the most, but I do understand why she was upset. But I do feel like cousin Lily could have been included in the episode more. I mean, you could have had the villains kidnap cousin Lily to force the Rangers to hand over the Sporex they've collected, and then have cousin Lily figure out a way to escape on her own or something. I don't know. You could have did more with cousin Lily is what I'm saying, but you had like 20 billion other plots competing with each other, so... But yeah, lots of plots going on and not enough room for any of them to breathe. Still, I enjoyed this episode. There was a lot to like about it. The monster had a bunch of funny lines. The scene with Jan and J-Board teaching the kids about the Ranger Hotline, that was cute, you know. And like I said, I like cousin Lily. And the Green Ranger she did end up finding her Tiger Zord in this episode was stumbling onto her Tiger Zord in this episode. And I like felines, so that's cool. So I'll give this episode a 3 out of 5. It was enjoyable, but, you know, not the best. However, I have to talk about one scene in this episode that has me scratching my head. Oh my god. So, during the race, Mean Girl rival tripped and fell down a hill and hurt her ankle really bad. Izzy saw this, and she's sitting up here contemplating whether or not to help Mean Girl or to continue the race because she has such a huge lead. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You have a Power Ranger standing up here questioning whether to help somebody or to continue her race because she could win. Oh my god. Turn over the powers right now. Give up the powers right now. You were unworthy. Hand them over. Like, oh my god. Izzy needs to be stripped of her powers immediately. Oh my god. What kind of a ranger questions whether to help somebody. Oh my god, I know I wanted my Rangers to be flawed, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh no. I can't help but think back to season 2 of Mighty Morphin, the episode Z Waves, where Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, before they were even Rangers, were participating in a triathlon race or something like that, and they were running, and they saw Tommy, Kim, and Billy fighting the putties, and they instantly joined the fight to help. I think Adam even said something like there was no other decision to make, you know, because they gave up potentially winning the race because they needed to help the Power Rangers. Like, y'all getting attacked by monsters, yeah, we're gonna help. There was no question. There was no hesitation. Okay, they just said, fuck the race. We're gonna help our friends, you know, fight monsters. They weren't even Power Rangers yet. And you got Izzy, a whole ass Ranger, questioning whether to help somebody or continue a race. I can't. Imagine if Rocky, Adam, and Isha were like, I don't know. I mean, we have such a huge lead, you know, and Kimberly getting strangled by Putty. It's like, what? Oh my goodness. Imagine in that like Turbo episode where TJ was playing baseball and this new kid showed up and he was like a dick and overly competitive, and there was a part in the episode where the dick fell, like he rode his bike off a cliff. Imagine if TJ was like, should I help him? I mean, if he dies, I would be the best baseball player in town again. It's like, what is going on? Izzy, girl, get it together. On to episode 6. I should have cut the episode off when there was a scene where the citizens thought a man covered in soap suds was a monster. So anyway, the Power Rangers show up to fight a soap sud monster, and the monster turned out to be Amelia's Pop Pop. Oh yes, Amelia's Pop Pop was on a cleaning job, and he had a little mishap with the soap suds. Okay. The Rangers decide to help Pop Pop with his cleaning job, and while doing that, Amelia does the unthinkable. She walks under a ladder! Now you know what it means when someone walks under a ladder, child. Amelia is now cursed with bad luck! Whew. Amelia, being the superstitious nut that she is, really believes that she's cursed with bad luck now. And Pop Pop also believes this. So we kind of see where Amelia gets her supernatural beliefs from. Pop Pop. Ollie, of course, thought that this was stupid and teased Amelia about avoiding black cats and not stepping on cracks in the pavement as well. You know, because if you step on a crack, you turn your mother black. Wouldn't want that. Power Rangers, why are you so racist? So, after walking under a ladder, Amelia got attacked by a very powerful monster, got her ass whooped, had her morpher damaged and then stolen by the villains, and then she deflected an energy beam from the monster of the day, and that energy beam ended up hitting Javi and Izzy. Damn girl, you actually cursed. In keeping with the modern era of Power Rangers, a Ranger's morpher being destroyed or taken away isn't that big of a deal because the Rangers can just make another one. Solon immediately begins making another morpher for Amelia. At least in this episode, they said that Solon doesn't have the resources to make another morpher, so if y'all break another one or lose another one, that's it, y'all look. So Solon makes a new morpher for Amelia, but our Pink Ranger is so afraid, you know, that she's cursed that she doesn't want to help the Rangers fight anymore because she feels that she'll make things worse, you know, that everybody might get hurt because, you know, I'm so cursed. So Solon gives Amelia a big speech about how, you know, it's all a state of mind, and as long as you believe bad things will happen, bad things will happen, and you have to, you know, think about the good and see that good things are also happening too, right? You know, don't just focus on the negative things in your life. Also think about the good. There's good and bad in the world. Somebody on the writing staff must be in therapy because this sounds like something a therapist would say. So Void Knight was able to fix the morpher that they stole earlier in the episode because he's apparently smart enough to do that. So he fixes the morpher and he gives it to Boom Tower. Boom Tower uses it to teleport into the base to destroy it, while the other Rangers are fighting the monster today in the city. But fortunately, Amelia is in the base to stop Boom Tower. What good luck! So Amelia uses her new morpher to morph. She actually takes back her old morpher as well, and she teleports Boom Tower out of the base, and all the Rangers team up to beat the bad guys in this episode, and hooray, Dino Fury victory. Woo. So with that, Amelia no longer thinks she's cursed, and she's gonna start seeing the good in life, blah blah blah. This episode is okay. Like, it doesn't blow me away, unfortunately. I wish Pop Pop had more scenes and was used more with the plot. I actually like him, and I thought Pop Pop was pretty funny a lot of the times in this episode. Kinda wish Amelia was actually cursed with bad luck by a villain in this episode, but if we had did that, then we couldn't act like Amelia is crazy for believing in the supernatural in the Power Ranger universe. Also wish Amelia was more proactive in dealing with her bad luck. She kind of just accepted that she was cursed and just, oh well, nothing I can do. Girl, why don't you try to find some good luck charms to counteract the bad luck, girl? You're a supernatural buff. Do something. Don't just sit there. Maybe have Pop Pop help her find some good luck charms. You know, like, do something. Overdrive had an episode where Mac, the Red Ranger, was cursed with bad luck, and he tried to use a bunch of good luck charms to counteract the bad luck. You know, a rare moment where an Overdrive Ranger didn't just give up, you know. See, if I'm sitting up here saying that Overdrive did a plot better, then there's a problem, Dino Fury. There's a real problem here. So yeah, Amelia, not very impressed with you in this episode. I'll give the episode a 3 out of 5 though. It was enjoyable enough. So if you're watching this review, what did you think about episodes 5 and 6 of Power Rangers Dino Fury? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was meh? Let me know in the comments if you would be so kind. Also, one more thing. I was a guest on a Power Rangers podcast called Tribunal of the Grid, where we discussed, well, we did a more in-depth review of episodes 3 and 4 of Power Rangers Dino Fury. So if you want to check that out and hear my more in-depth thoughts about the episode, go ahead. I really like those guys. That podcast is fun. So go ahead and listen to that if you would be so kind. I'll put links somewhere on this video. So yeah, that's it. Take care, guys. Jamata.